Stan, here we are. The Binocular Fest continues. Just a note from the last video, I knew I had a book somewhere, on the 6x30 binoculars. There's the case there, hard, very hard case. You can imagine it'd be awkward, bumping up and down against you. And there is a photograph of a German soldier wearing them, no rain shield, but he's got the tab tied around his tunic. So you see, that's how they were worn. In fact, I don't think it's on his tunic, but you get the drift. So what's next? These are a pair of Elites Wetzlar 10x50 German binoculars. These I got from, I think this was a fella off eBay. They are Dienstglas. I'll offer them up. Dienstglas 10x50 with the code H6400M. Surprisingly, these leather straps are quite hard to get hold of, and they're not as heavy as you'd think. They look like a substantial piece of kit, but I will, although you can't obviously see it, you can't feel it because you're only watching me. But these are a pair of, which will come in another video, 1944 REL Research Enterprise Limited Canadian naval binoculars. These are nearly twice the weight of them. These must be made of steel, I suppose, and I would think the German ones are probably made of aluminium. So they do have a nice brown tinge that's coming up to the leatherette. It's quite nice. Now H6400, as we've described before, I've said before, designates that this should have a rangefinder grid in it. These don't. Now the bloke selling it on eBay, selling them, had a load of binoculars for sale, and these were a little bit cheaper. I think these were about £80, something like that. There's a slight, ever so slight little bit of haze on the left hand side, but nothing to worry about. And he messaged me and said, you know, they're a bit cheaper because post-war someone's probably took the ranging graticule out of them. These German binoculars quite often have the Dienstglas scraped off, and obviously people didn't want to be reminded about the war. What does happen a lot is people say that the M on there means Marine, which in fact it doesn't. I did try and look for what it does mean today, because I've read it before, but in the universe of the internet I couldn't find it. But it means something like machine tolerance. It's something to do with machining rather than M, because as I said in the earlier video, marine binoculars command their own prices, and they are far out of what I'd be collecting. I only collect army binoculars really. Although I mean, I collect other nations' navies, but they're not Krieger's Marine, they're too expensive. And Krieger's Marine binoculars, I'm not an expert, but I believe they're the only ones that have an eagle and swastika stamped on. There's no swastikas on any of my German binoculars, my 3 pairs. So they're the 10x50, so 10's the magnification, and 50 is the objective lens at this end, as you can see. And they are a really nice pair of binoculars. Again, very usable. These are a little bit more expensive. These are probably, I would say they're not like squad infantry binoculars, are probably officer, you know, maybe a bit further back from the front, possibly, because they're a bulkier item. And my experience, you would budget maybe £20–30 more than the 6x30s, a little bit more expensive. But I will get another pair. The ones that I really want are Wetzlar ones. What are they called? Hansult Wetzlar, and they're big, like a big long taper and binocular. I haven't got any even like it, but they are quite expensive to find those. 200 odd quid. So yeah, that's my 10x50 binoculars. And guess what I'm going to do next after this video? I'm going to do another binocular video. So hold on to your trousers. See ya.